This is Fernando, here back live. Let me see if I can fix this focus just a little bit. There we go. How's everyone doing? Welcome, welcome. Thought I would do a quick Q&A here before I do a little bit of workout. I'm actually on vacation now, so it's a nice way to give a little time to the fans. Hope y'all are doing good. Let me get this fixed just a little bit. Yeah. Got another shout out. Hello, hello. First one. That's right. It's always hard to read how it'll look on here because it's one thing how YouTube shows it whenever you're doing the initial preview. It's the other one whenever it shows it here live. Oh, yeah, I like my little strobing lights. Yeah, that's what I got. That's what I got from eBay. I think, yeah. It was eBay. I got little strobe lights. It changes lights too. Let me see here. Hello, hello. Another shout out. Howdy. Do you remember the Green Man? Kind of, sort of. I did talk about him recently, yeah. Well, check this out. See how it changes lights? Isn't that cool? Making disco great again. That's right. From Germany. Hello, hello. Well, that's a first. Well, might not be a first, but it's been a while since I heard someone in Germany. Are you still in Vegas? I'm not in Vegas right now, actually. Those videos, those shorts that you're seeing are from the summer. So stuff that I took throughout the year that I haven't gotten to posting, I'm posting them now. And so it's a great way to be able to do that. Let me see if I can adjust it just a little more. Trippy, that's right. I'm going to go work out here in just a little bit. Where are you at now? I'm at home. This thing is working right. I'm at home right now, just resting, about to start a vacation. I do have 2 big trips during the next week, just traveling throughout Texas type trips. They're going to be super fun. So I'm going to be doing some live streams during that time and potentially inside a place. I'm not sure. It's a sports event, so I don't know if they'll allow live streams in there or not. Hello, hello. Great to see you. Thank you. Great to see you too. Thanks for coming on, making time for us. Absolutely. So I definitely love being on board. No, don't go beyond for an hour. Allow people to come on. We'll see. Because normally I go work out. Here it is about 9:38. So I'd like to work out around 10 or so. And we shall see. So soon I'll be searching for the green man. Oh, cool. Like an actual, like, cryptid hunt. Sweet. Good luck. Hopefully it works out. I think I did talk about him. I'll have to double check my channel again for it. Let me see if I can change the color one more time. Ooh, look at that. It's a bluish one. Cool. Came across someone who was going to do a cryptids vid. I told him, just collab with you. Oh, thank you. Appreciate it. I have had people ask if they could work with me, but no. I like to keep things just simple. To follow that KISS principle, right? Keep it simple, stupid. That's what I like to do on my end when it comes to my channel. I just like to just do it on my own whenever I want and so on. Probably the closest collab I do is with the group I'm in, the Spectre group. That which is fun. We get to go to all those ghost hunting places. Did you do the video on Joba Fofi? I believe I have too. A long time ago. That's that giant spider, right? That really giant spider. Yes, that's one of the earliest cryptid dive videos I've ever done. So yes, that is done. Check it out. It's on my channel still. It has a lot of views, in fact, from before. Hello, hello. How's it going? Another shout out. Show the photo with Fernando with hair. There we go. I don't think I might have one. I'd like to know what others think of the video too. Sure. I mean, the Fofi, the giant spider one, it's there now. So good stuff. And in fact, let me go over here. And so what do you think of the green man? Like, what is it? Why it's there? I'll have to double check again how it looks like. And because it's been a while, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, it's been a while since I talked about it, but I'll have to double check again. Sorry, I don't have an answer right up front. Halloween, what did I do? When was Halloween? It was last. I'll tell you exactly what I was doing. I'm on my computer right now. I just finished doing a video, but I'm posting it tomorrow. And okay, yeah, no, I was working that weekend, so I didn't really do much. I just pretty much stayed at home. But it was fun. I got to stay at home, and I did the week before go to Six Flags. So that was some Halloween activity. Six Flags in San Antonio, Texas is always fun when it comes to their events. I mean, they had fireworks. I'm going to post them soon here as shorts, so you'll be seeing that information there too. Hope y'all had a good Halloween too. It's getting cold here too. Be right back. Come on back. No worries, I'll be here. I can tell you about it. Oh, cool. Good stuff. You can do a series about kaijus and giant monsters. I would love to do it too, but the problem is Toho, Legendary, Warner Brothers, they pretty much have that stuff locked down. Like when it comes to talking about it, I know it's dumb. Like it's all of a sudden you talk about it and then you get those copyright strikes from Toho Studios, especially when it comes to talking about Godzilla. That's why I hardly ever do the Godzilla videos. And then also if I do them, I do them as podcasts with very few images because Toho Studios has absolutely just locked that stuff down. So it's kind of bad. So if you try to do one, just be careful. On YouTube, you might get flagged for it. Sorry, man, I posted a different video in the comments. Oh, okay. I haven't had a chance to see that one. I do read the comments, but at the same time, it's something where I can't devote too much time on comments, other than like right here, right now, when it comes to seeing them and interacting with them. But no, I haven't had a chance to see it. I'm sorry. Let me check another one. This one's too dark. This one is just blue. This one is green only. This one is red only. Oh, I like this one. I think we got this one here as a winner. Doesn't that look cool? This looks just like a Sith room, doesn't it? Like something out of Darth Vader's quarters. Human-like creature, short arms, long legs. Oh, neat. If I ever do, and I mentioned this before, I hardly ever revisit any of my older videos, like the topics. Once I talk about a cryptid, it's one and done. It's just because there's so much more to talk about other things. But if I do other ones, like a revisit, then who knows, that might be one that I probably the closest I'm doing for revisits now is the shorts. But all it is just me just sharing part of the video here. And that's another thing too that's good I wanted to talk about. Some people, some viewers are wondering why something is just a minute long when it comes to my videos. That's all it is shorts. It's just me taking one single clip, a minute long or sorts of a past video, posting it as a preview, and then putting the full link in the, not in the comments, but in the general info area. So that way it's almost like a way of rediscovering some of the other things, some of my older videos from the past. And it's kind of working, it's kind of not. I might stop doing shorts, I'm not 100% sure, but we shall see. Hey, another shout out. Love when Fernando's on live. I wish you did it once a week. I try to do it more. The only problem is I'm too busy. And then also, if I do these, I can't do much time on the other videos, the stuff that people want to see as well. So it's like tipping points, right? It's like things are balancing. And the more I do something, that means the less I have to do of something else. And so I try to balance it out as much as I can. I love it if you do a video on were-lions. That's a new one. I haven't heard that one. If you post it as a suggestion, next time I go around to doing cryptids, sure. I'd love to talk about it. Good morning. Oh, it's morning in your area. Morning. I think the shorts are great. Thank you. I'm trying to do a broad range of those shorts. The only reason I'm doing it mainly, well, it's a good way to revisit my videos, but the other reason is YouTube is plugging the hell out of these shorts. Like they want contributors to do these hashtag shorts and either new content or old content. So I'm trying to do like my videos and then whatever random things that merits posting it as a short as opposed to a full video. Like the stuff that I got from Six Flags is a perfect example. Those minute-long rides are perfect for something like this. So, yep, they're kind of getting so-so views, not as much as I was hoping for, but we shall see. Scariest place I ever went to. Oh wait, I missed the comment. I had to look up more info on Camp Forward. I need to see if you have a vid that goes more in depth. The only closest vids I have are my visits, my actual visits, including the live streams. I think that's about as in depth as you need, because that's the actual me visiting that location in person and seeing those things there, including the red eyes. Informative videos, I might do one on Camp Ford itself, but otherwise, yeah, that's if you have a chance to visit it, I highly recommend it too. At night, spooky, very scary place. Whereas the scariest place you ever went to, that ties into somewhat this. It was also there in Tyler, Texas, but it was at a place called the Warehouse. I don't know what it's called now. It's actually, get this, when I went to the Paranormal Con early in the year, the Warehouse has now changed yet again. Instead of it being like a place that sold antiques, like, I'm sorry, a place that sold used items, it was almost like a place where people would store old discarded items. It was, and I posted some of the videos with photos in the past. You'll see that that location had a whole bunch of stuff that people would just throw in there, and it was very not dilapidated, but it was almost abandoned. Now it's an actual antique store, like it's a secondhand thrift store almost. Yeah, it's full of just everything in terms of kitchenware and houseware and trinkets galore. Like it was so different to see it, and it was like night and day, because on the one hand is the scariest place I ever visited, with shadows and entities that are there, and now it's a store. It's a real store. So I'm wondering if the people that work there encounter that stuff. So crazy. So quit chasing all those women. There you go. Oh, it's always fun to go out, especially with the ladies. So anything involving time for here though, yeah, I'll try to dedicate as much as I can. Shorts, is it a way of competing with TikTok? Probably. It's their way of trying to catch up, if you will, to the TikTok. I'm never gonna do a TikTok. It's just I don't understand too much on the TikTok side how 10-second things work so much, but people like it. But yeah, shorts is the way to do it. Closest thing that YouTube is trying to do it, and they're trying to give recognition for it. But you got to be like a big fish. I mean, the more bigger fish you are, shorts on the YouTube side, the YouTube will recommend your shorts more. So I'm not going to be able to see it. So in other words, that's success. Good to see you online. Where's your research process? How do you find new cryptids? My research starts with you all. A lot of you send suggestions I would have never ever heard of on my own, either from a local perspective, like people living somewhere and they mention it, or experience people saying that they have that stuff happen to them in the past and they send me those suggestions. That's why I always do the suggestion videos. And then my further research is pretty much online, just going online and trying to see about what it is. I try to find locations, I try to find experiences, and occasionally, but it's a lot rarer, is evidence, so like photographic evidence, video evidence, and so on. So that becomes really tough on that part. But otherwise, that's basically how I do it. Hello, another shout out. It's always great to see you. I just want to go on the record for loving cryptid and the usual topics, your randonauting videos. Oh, well, thank you. Bill from Tampa, appreciate that too. Randonauting videos I try to do on special occasions, like in Las Vegas or maybe even Dallas or wherever I'm at, as long as I'm able to use my app for it and it seems safe. You got to also consider the dangers of where you're doing this randonauting stuff. Let me see if I can fix this. I use a very, very simple selfie stick. It's not the best of things, but it works. Oh, you are handsome. Oh, thank you. Appreciate that. hardly ever. I mean, most dudes don't just get called handsome, so it's pretty rare. Ladies, obviously, they get told they're beautiful all the time, but otherwise, it's kind of rare. But thank you. Kind of new your channel where I post suggestions. Always on my suggestions videos. Whenever I start a new series or go back to an old series, that's where I always started off with a new suggestions video. That's the best way. People will still post suggestions randomly into a video, but the problem is that could be a video I haven't touched in like 7 years. So I see the comments, but it's not as good as putting it on a suggestion video because there I get to see it all under one place. But interesting stuff when it comes to that. So what do you think of the Green Man? Let me take a look real quick, just in case. See, the problem is my keyboard is tied up as I'm doing this. Oh yeah, won't be able to touch it. Sorry, I can't see it right now because I can't see it on my computer, nor can I see it on my phone. But maybe later on, yeah, I'll take a look on there. Dinosaurs are living. Oh, cool. I hope so. The Burunjur there in Australia is one. What's another one that I talked about? Oh, the name escapes me. Let me go, because at least I have my YouTube channel up. So let me check my videos. And because I just did a recent short one. The Stoa was another one. So yeah. I hope they're alive. I hope so. It'd be neat to be able to see them. You ever heard of prison camps in Cambodia being haunted? I have not. It could be a good suggestion when it comes to that on the ghost and spirit side. Always prisons are always pretty much haunted. I've yet to come across a prison that isn't haunted when it comes to ghosts and spirits. Bald. That's right. Bald for a while now. Brandon Ball, women love that. He wears the right cologne. The women rejected him. With Sheryl Crow, oh man, to be rejected by Sheryl Crow would be an honor. We'd have to meet Sheryl Crow though. But that's on my bucket list. As soon as she's doing a tour somewhere here in Texas, I'll try to visit her. The VIP stuff, even though it's probably going to be stupid expensive, but it'll be well worth it. I came that close to seeing Sheryl Crow. Finally, here in Texas, she was going to do a show in New Braunfels, which, if you don't know where New Braunfels is, it's maybe about 30 minutes away from Austin. And it was so exciting to be able to try it out, and then boom, the pandemic hit. And so show was canceled, and she hasn't come back anymore after that. But yes, but yeah, as for you guys out there, if you're wondering, do women like bald guys? Yes, they do. So as long as you wear confidence, that's right. And cologne, that works too. Do a video on the Green Man. Yep, I'll try it out. If I haven't done it yet, then I'll do it. If I have, then it's probably going to be a while till I revisit it. But we shall see. Scariest hunt I've ever been on, it was that one, the warehouse, which was investigation at the Paranormal Con there in Tyler, Texas. We visited 4 locations, and of those 4 locations, you could pick and choose which ones you wanted to see. You had all night, pretty much up until like 3 or 4 a.m. to do so. And that warehouse was the scariest one that I went to. It was just scary. Have you heard of the Kappa? I have. Yeah, and I think I talked about that one already too. That one sounds familiar. I can't sneeze. I don't know what that one is. Sorry. Someone suggested to do a video on Antonio Villas-Boas case. I have done that one too. It sounds familiar. That's on the UFO side, right? I recall Antonio Villas. I'm trying to remember if it was the one actually that almost got banned. Was he the one that had the alien UFO take him up, and then he had that naked woman in front? I'm trying to remember if that's what the case. So if that was, then I have talked about him already. But it's up there, if it is. Favorite shade of red, regular red, blood red, Sif red, basically, like what you're seeing now. Let me see, let me take another color. This one is green and red. So like Jedi Sif. And this one is blue and red. So like Spider-Man. And then this one is blue and green. I still like the red one. The red one's cool. Cryptids and monsters are my favorite category. Yeah, it's my favorite too. It gives a lot. I just wish I could do more live streams on that one. Always watch your videos. Thank you. Appreciate that. Much appreciated. Telly Savalas Kojak was one of the sexiest men alive. See, I think I know what you're talking about. I've never seen the show, but I've seen pictures. The only reason I know about him is because he was supposed to be in that Superman movie, the first one, and so I had to see who's Telly Savalas, and then that's where I saw who Kojak was. But yeah, I always love if as long as you wear confidence, then you're good, and the ladies will love you. I saw the Amarak video, and wow. Oh, well, thank you. Appreciate it. Have you ever heard of the Kila? I have talked about it. That sounds familiar too. It's another Elit Alaskan legend. Those Inuits legends, I probably might do a separate category because I've talked about several of them on my cryptids and monsters side. So I might do it. Mokele Mobembe I have as well. That's an older one. That's one that you can find on my channel now. I still see people finding it every now and then because they'll post comments about it. So that one is up there too. What do you think of the Creepy Chuckle Brothers case? I haven't seen that one. I haven't heard of that one. See, that would be a good example too of posting it on the suggestions. That would be under probably my gruesome and grotesque, the way it sounds. But yeah, I'll have to double check. You have lovely legs. Oh, I don't know about that. I haven't shown them yet here. How to likes button help you on YouTube? I think it does, because YouTube is supposed to recognize which videos get likes while people are streaming. So maybe it works, maybe it doesn't, but that's it never hurts to do that. So, but thank you. Whether your walls are actually white and you have pink line in the back of your head. Thoughts? Probably not. No, this is all just 100% just this strobe light, which is pretty neat. I'm gonna get that for some gifts as well. It's a nice little cheap gift. Let me change it to this one. Ooh, green. Or do y'all like the blue? The Jedi blue? Yeah, let's try that one. Have you ever done a video on the black carpet? I haven't heard of that one either. That'd be interesting to see. Is that a urban legend or is that a ghost? That'd be neat to see. Nothing me and Myra are the only ones to notice the green man. I think so. I don't think there are any images of it. Okay. Also, that's another thing too. If I haven't done it, but I look into it, but there's not much info, it's hard for me to do the video because it's going to be pretty hard to talk about anything. I have had some suggestions where I looked them up and there's just so much little information, then that's it. It won't even make a minute long video. So I had to pass on those. So we'll see if that one is one that falls into it. Filing cabinet behind them, I do. It's right back here. I got that in one of my older jobs. They were clearing out a bunch of things from their jobs, from their location, and they were selling it to the employees if the employees wanted to get them. And I think I paid like $20 for that, which is hella cheap whenever it's a metal filing cabinet. So that's where I store a bunch of stuff in there when it comes to important documents. Really works out. William, I love you. Oh, thank you. Appreciate that much. Thank you so very, very much. That's the one, Antonio Villas-Boas. Yeah, he's the one that had that SEX. Can't really say that out loud on YouTube, unfortunately, but he had that with the alien. That's the one that almost got banned on my channel. It got not a strike, but I think it got, like, it was flagged. And it was, I think, also rated 18 plus, if I'm not mistaken. So I'm not 100% sure. I just let it be at that point. You can't really fight YouTube when it comes to that stuff. So, but yeah, that's why I remember that one. I did the video, and then afterward I saw the notices from YouTube. Kojak from 1970s. Great TV show. Okay. Again, I haven't seen it, but apparently people still remember it. William, I love you. Thank you, thank you. Appreciate that. Another shout out. Hello, hello. Heading to bed, but one last thing. Just want to say thank you because several times you did videos on topics, and I really appreciate it on the suggestions, especially the ones that you did. Oh, I appreciate that. Thank you so much as well. Have a good night. And thank you for the suggestions. Anyone who keeps doing the suggestions. I may not get around to it now, but I always go back and take a look and try to do some more. I just wish there was more time. It's kind of frustrating in this sense too. During the last year up to this year, anything involving the pandemic and so on, although we can't really say that word on YouTube because that's another thing. But in any case, at my job, it was work, work, work. Like it was even working extra hours because of everything we had to do to help out. But then it gave me less chance for YouTube videos. And so that's why I think my channel has gotten less views because when you produce less on YouTube, YouTube doesn't like that. They want you to constantly be grinding to put out material because that makes them money and so on. But others who had the opportunity to do more YouTube videos, they spit those out every single day during my time period where I couldn't do much work, and so that's why it's kind of like at a disadvantage here. William, I like your head. Oh, thank you, appreciate that. Do you ever do drug cartel executions? Is that all in gruesome bids? No, I probably won't touch those. I could easily see those being flagged immediately on my channel as being 18 plus and probably taken down. So no, I probably won't cover those. The usual topics on the gruesome and grotesque that I like to do are the ones that are more, they fall under like being tragic. Like, what's the word I'm looking for? Like the guy that got stuck in the cave, John Jones. That's the kind of stuff that's just scary. Like you don't want to suffer through that ever. Or the guy that fell behind a fridge and got stuck there for 10 years. Or the three guys who died in a manure pit. Like it was in one of those giant pits that you would have the feces from the cows siphon through and they ended up dying there. Those are the kind of things that I do. Or the guy that got stuck in that Stegosaurus statue and ended up dying there. Like those are the ones that I try to talk about more. And the stuff that falls into like executions and so on, no, it would easily get banned on my channel, so I can't do anything like that. Blue, that's right. For right now, we're doing Jedi Blue. Black carpet is a giant sea carpet enemy. It's supposed to be one. You know what? I think I have talked about that one. There was one, and it was a fish, and it was like a black thing. But I'm wondering if it was called like the devil shark or something. But they're supposed to be really big. So I may have covered it already, but I'm not 100% sure. I'll have to double check on that. But we shall see. I'll try to get info from Donnie. Okay. Sounds good. Nobody cares about a carpet. Well, maybe if it's the black carpet involving that mile-long thing, sure. Old cabinets, they're over 100. Yeah, they can be. I don't know what the real prices are, but when I saw it and they were selling it there at my old job, I was like, yeah. I even got that, and I got some, what do you call those, frames? Like they were there as well, and it's pretty neat. Like I still have those to this very day, even though it's an older job. William, I love you. Thank you again. Much appreciated, John. Andrea, how the kids doing? Oh, I don't have any kids. I don't know if that's with someone else that you're referring to. William, you're awesome. Thank you. Appreciate that too. Awesome stuff. John, you're married to my cousin. Oh, it looks like there's some discussions happening between several of the members here. Awesome stuff. And then we got some little emoticons. Hello, hello, Jazz Rambling. Welcome. Hello, hello. Oh, 7 kids? Damn, that's a lot. Love you, Fernando. Thank you, Jazz Ramblings. Appreciate it. You always pop up as well on these, so thank you so much. I'd like for you to do a video based on the witching hour. So we have done those, but mainly through live streams. That's when we're on the ghost hunts, like me and the group Spectre that I'm in. We go to the locations like the Presidio La Bahia is one. The Gonzales Prison Museum is another one. The Hyattsville Prison is another one. We go to those locations, and when it's that time at night, when it's 3 a.m. or so, that's when we do that witching hour live stream. What's tough is that at 3 a.m. nobody is up, so I hardly get any views on it. But at the same time, it's real. Like it's a real experience at 3 a.m. And we've gotten some results, not stellar results, but some. And I think on one of those, that's where I heard that, what's her name? Oh, I was just talking about her. La Lechuza. Yeah, I heard La Lechuza on one of them. when we were doing a 3 a.m. Series there. Porsche Girl was an accident that was super popular. Do you recall that one? I think I might have heard that one. Was that the one with the poor girl who stuck her head out, right? She stuck her head out going super fast and hit something like a telephone pole or something like that. Might talk about that one, but again, I have to balance it to see if it'll get banned or not. The Devil Shark in Baja California, that might be the one that I was referring to. It was a big black shark, like solid black, and it was supposed to be a pretty evil one too. Need you add you as your friend on Facebook. I don't have that like when it comes to that option on my Facebook channel for my page, but you can always just subscribe to it or whatever they call it there. Would you punch the matron from Dark Deception? I have no idea what that is. Dark Deception, is that a video game? Interesting. One live stream you had, there was a Native American girl, ghost you all met. They turned the light on. Which one was that one? Native American ghost. All three met. Was this? It couldn't have been at Goliad, at the Presidio La Bahia. I think it was. I'm trying to remember if it was at the other one. I forget. Sometimes they mix in with one another. I think it was actually at the Presidio one. That's where we were doing a question, and then we were asking if they were an American soldier, no, and if they were a Mexican soldier, they said no, and then since we knew that the area also had Native Americans, we asked, and then it popped on. So I think that was the one, yeah. So how would you dare try any haunted abandoned mines? Probably not, just because of the safety factor with mines being so dangerous when they were being used. Imagine how dangerous they are now. There's besides the dangerous levels of whatever in there, like sulfur, carbon dioxide, and so on. It's bad in there to do it. So I probably wouldn't do it. The closest I've been to an abandoned mine was over in Nevada. I went on a tour that took us to a place called El Dorado, and there they had an abandoned mine, but it's been safe. It's in other words, it's had support railings, it's had lights installed. There's still a chance that there could be a cave-in, and we didn't go too deep into it, but it's the safest place I've been to when it comes to a mine, and it's haunted too. But we were there during the daytime. But it would be fun. I have covered some abandoned mine videos in the past. Video game is meant to trigger common phobias. Oh, okay. I haven't heard of that one. Trigger common phobias, like spiders, getting scared of spiders. Not too sure on that one, but no. Porsche girl was one, took her car's dad, got into an accident. Her pics were leaked. Her parents sued the highway. I haven't heard of that one. No. Not sure if I'll cover it on a gruesome and grotesque video because that would be something it seems like the parents would want to stop from happening. You know what I mean? Since like if they sued the highway department or patrol department because of the videos, because the images leaked, then they would probably not want that shared. At the same time, those pics are probably so grotesque that it would flag my videos too. I know what I want to ask you. The Superstition Mountains in Arizona. I think no, I haven't talked about that, but I've talked about Superstition Mountains in other areas. If you wanted to send that as a suggestion, maybe under under urban legends, or maybe like I'm doing now, or under ghosts and spirits, that might fall under that category. Good stuff. Have you heard about Dispatcher 911 call about Jeff the Killer? No, I haven't. Not on that one. That might be one that would be good for the gruesome and grotesque, because that sounds like it would fall into the category of being able to talk about it and keeping it kind of safe at the same time. Have you ever seen a cryptid yourself? No, I haven't. Not anything as far as a cryptid. There's just not much places to hunt them here. Here in Texas, I know two places that you can try to find Bigfoot, and that's one of them is something state park. I forgot what it's called, but it's near Gonzales, Texas. Palmetto State Park. That's what it's called, Palmetto State Park. And the other place is in Tyler, Texas, but they're both not very friendly to try to do ghost hunts. Oh, my apologies. I know a third place, which is over by Oklahoma, right by the edge of Texas, and it's a place called um, Little Springs Indian River, something like that. Little Springs Indian River, and that's where they have the Indian Cemetery, and that's where Bigfoot also roams. But you can't find him. Like if I were to try to do a live stream, it would probably be 2 hours of me just walking around with my camera, pointing at just forestry because it's not like Bigfoot's gonna come out. There's far more success trying to find ghosts, if you could believe it. Pixar only blank. I googled it. It's a Reddit. Okay. I mean, if it's safe enough, I might be able to do it. Sure. So interesting. Oh, those are a lot of phobias. No, I haven't heard of those. Not and not the game itself too. So watching something like that, that might fall under like the urban legends or maybe even the curses videos that I do because that's the kind of stuff that people would be interested in hearing. Sure, I might talk about it. I talked about Polybius. I remember that one. That was a game that supposedly caused something for people. So question we need asking is he turning in for a turtle club? Turtle, turtle, turtle. I do love the Ninja Turtles though. You know who's my favorite? Donatello. Absolutely, Donatello. Always the smart one. I love any hero that's super smart, any villain that's super smart. So anything involving the turtles, there's only one that's super smart, and that is Donatello. And I love him too because he's like the de facto leader. Whenever Leonardo can't do it, then he becomes the second in command. And a lot of people don't recognize that too. All some little cute emoticons. Thank you, Jazz Ramblings. Hello, hello, Gomer Kyle. I hope you are well. Thank you so much. You as well, Gomer Kyle. Thank you, my friend. What are you going to do for Thanksgiving? I'll be working. That's the busy weekend at my job. And so I'll be working during that week into the weekend as well. Good for me, though. It just means extra hours. I'm not too like bothered if I have to work through holidays. To me, a holiday is just another day. If it means extra hours, sure, even better. And then if it means for me an opportunity to get off another week, then sure, that's fine with me. So also, I try to stay away from traveling on those type of holidays because it gets stupid busy, both at the airport and traveling through the highways. So for me, it's a win-win to just stay at home, just work, and then use another week for my travels and so on. Have you run into any dangerous cougars, jaguars? No, I haven't. Mainly because I stay away from that type of stuff. I do like to travel throughout many places in Texas as long as it's safe. I realize my limits when it comes to those things. I'm not going to be that person that gets lost in the forest and is found like 4 days later, barely alive. 4 days of no water and no food, nothing like that. Just rambling like an idiot. No, I try to not put myself in those situations. So you'll never catch me going knee deep into some forest. I'll always be just by it, just by an area where it's the road, pathway, and then that's it. I don't want to get lost anywhere. Part of dark deception is a man is forced to face his biggest phobias. Ooh, it's pretty interesting. There's a game out there. What's it called? Fans phobia, something like that, and it's phantom phobia, phantasm phobia. I can't remember what it's called, but it's supposed to be a really scary ghost game. I've seen it. I've seen clips on YouTube. I don't get how it's scary. Maybe you have to play it, and then that's when you do it. But yeah, I haven't. That's the only other type of game that I've heard. Friend got chased by mosquitoes. He did not get away. Oh, we believe me, on our ghost hunts, we have had mosquitoes. Those are those little punks that come out of nowhere and then start biting away. Last time I was in there at what was it called? Where the Black Jesus statue is. I forget what the name of the cemetery is, but boy, was it filled with mosquitoes. I hated it because I drove all that way over there and I couldn't even do 10 minutes. That's how bad it got with the mosquitoes. But yeah, it was bad. Oakwood Cemetery, that's what it's called. I remember it now. Oakwood Cemetery, there in Huntsville, Texas, and it got really bad. Might like the game. It's $20 on Steam. Maybe I try to do also I'm part of that group. I realized it afterward inadvertently, where I buy a bunch of really cheap games. I try not to go above like $2 or $3 on Steam games, and then I never play them. So I made myself a little ultimatum. I'm not buying any more games until I play the games that I've played now, that I have now, because otherwise I'm just wasting money. And so I'm kind of trying to get through my catalog on there. But at the same time, my work is too much, and then my travels, and then my YouTube channel and so on. So my games have been pushed back even more. So who knows when I'll do that. Triple time, I missed that. Okay, real question this time. Your top five scariest cryptids. I don't think I have a top five, but the one that stands out right off the bat is not the Buranjur. I mean, he would be kind of scary to see in real life, like when it comes to a dinosaur, right? Who's the other one? Oh, the name escapes me. I'll think of it in a minute here, but he's supposed to be like the scariest evilest cryptid of all. I'll let you know if I remember it in a minute. But another one is the Genius Loki. That one would scare me as well. Imagine having something that is invisible, can't hear it, can't smell it, can't feel it, touch it, anything like that. But it's there influencing you. It's changing your mind. It's causing you to do things. Let's go back to blue and red. Oh, these are like cop lights, actually. Yeah. You see this thing there, or you can't see this thing there, but it sees you, and it's definitely changing your course. So that is one that's also pretty scary. Phasmophobia, is that what it's called? Phasmophobia? I can't remember. Will you cover the Wendigo? I have. I have covered the Wendigo. Check it out. It's on my channel right now, and it's there, and it's gotten a good number of views. And when I was talking about it, it was a little bit not dangerous because it's I don't think it's as dangerous as the other cryptids, but it's supposed to be another Native American cryptid, almost on the lines of the Skinwalker that you can't really talk about too much. Dennis Martin, I think I have. Yeah, that's the one one of my earliest mysteries and disappearances video. Those are the ones that creep me out because that was the one where the boy is there and then he's not there. He all of a sudden just disappeared, almost out of thin air. And so that's scary because you see someone 1 second and then they're gone and you never know exactly what happened to them. And so that was pretty scary. I don't know, right? Mosquitoes, that's why I bring bug spray or lotion. See, the problem was is that stuff, I hate it. You have to spray it everywhere and then it feels just eerie and awkward, like it sticks to you, and then especially if it's the summertime and then you're sweating, it just causes just so much headache. And I'll cover the Wendigo food time. Yeah, I have. That was a video that I did. I can't remember when, but I did it for. I finally covered it, and then it got some good views. Would you have you ever went out to look for a werewolf or lichen? I haven't had the chance. I don't think there's any here in the Texas area, but if there is one where I'm going to, then maybe. But we'll see. I haven't heard of any in the Texas area. Texas mosquitoes are when we go to the grave and then the bodies are underground. No, they're there. Over there, at least in the Oakwood Cemetery, they were there because it was very humid. There was a lot of water around. It must have been raining recently, and there was lots of patches of water here and there, and that's where they were creating their little haven. And then there was also a foresty area nearby, and it was just ripe conditions for those mosquitoes. Oh, it was horrible. Mosquitoes try to get Fernando in the mouth. Maybe I had to put on a hoodie in the summertime. Imagine that too. It was pretty hot. I had to put it on, and they were still attacking me. I have an emergency hoodie in my car just for any situation, like if it suddenly is raining or cold and so on. Then I'm able to get myself covered. But no way. That's for whatever reason those mosquitoes were horrible there. The bunyip is in Australia. It is. That's one of my earliest videos that I covered. Um, what else? Yeah, that was really up there. Like that was probably in my top first 10 videos that I did on my Cryptids and Channel side. So really early. And it seems like type of award who would win a Darwin Award. Ah, there you go. Well, hopefully that's a good award, right? It's about any time to review David Plowdy's 411 book. Maybe. I've it just seems like a topic. I'd much rather focus on individual cases than a topic on a broad stream. That's another thing you'll see in my channel where every now and then I may do an actual subject as a topic rather than the actual experiences, like the cases of people. But yeah, who knows? I may talk about it. I have, well, no, I didn't really talk about this other book. I mentioned it on post, but that's about it. Well, if you ever do cave hunts, remember to bring a line and 3 more flashlights. Absolutely. I will never ever get into a cave, way deep into a cave like John Jones did. You'll never catch me do that. Closest I would do is like nearby San Marcos, Texas, Natural Bridge Caverns. They had, I don't think they have anymore, but they had little cave expeditions you could do, private ones, where expert would take you in and you would actually get into those deep, dark spaces that go into the middle of the cavern. And I'm still wondering if I would ever be brave enough to do something like that because that seems just crazy. But yes, that would be the closest I would do because it would be the closest thing to being safe. And even then, that's not safe 100%. Have I done any giant croc vids? I have. They're posted. One of them was a crocodile with red eyes, and another one was a crocodile with I think it had like missing toes, if I'm not mistaken. What would you do if you saw a giant grasshopper? We see them here in Texas all the time. You've seen my pictures that I posted. Big suckers, like they are like this big when it comes to those grasshoppers. Me, I just go right up to them and take a picture, and then they jump out and then kind of freak you out a little bit. But yeah, we see them here all the time. Speaking of mosquitoes, I recall in the American legend, warrior killed our mosquitoes, killing people and killing mosquitoes. Small ones came out. Oh, okay. That sounds like one of those tales that's just passed along in so much centuries, right? If so, then maybe that's where their origin is. They are so small. Which ones, the grasshoppers, or the mosquitoes? Because here in Texas, both are pretty big, unfortunately. Who do you think would win in a fight, Ant-Man or Atom? I think the Atom would win because the Atom has already proven to be able to take on some of the biggest, no pun intended, heroes within and villains within the superhero genre on DC, and he was able to defeat them all. And he's one of the smartest people within the DC universe. There was a great scene in which comic was it? It was like DC Universe Online, and it showcased after Brainiac took over the world, the heroes and villains united, but they had to pick a leader, and people there and the villains there and the heroes decided they needed the smartest person to be the leader, and it ran to them being between the Atom and Lex Luthor, and then Lex Luthor was the one that was selected. But it goes to show how high the Atom is whenever it comes to his rankings. And then you make those robots like in the map in the movie Prometheus. Which robots? They make that map like in the movie. I don't remember much robots in Prometheus, unless you're referring to David, right? David, the actual robot, the one that took over everything in the second movie. Size of a mantis, man. Oh, or like those grasshoppers, the ones that look like grasshoppers, almost like a mantis in the Alien UFOs video. Creepy stuff. All right, guys, I'm gonna do just a couple more minutes. So I didn't know that legends, Grand Mosquito, interesting stuff, right? The way that some cultures came up with how certain animals came about. Then said there was only one large mosquito, but it released a bunch. That's the one that we were talking about. Ultron versus Brainiac, who would win? I still think Brainiac would win. He's won several times on comic books when it comes to taking over the world, and he's fought Superman, and that says enough when it comes to that. I think Ant-Man would win because on comedy, probably, yeah. Ant-Man would probably win. Hello. Another one from Georgia, shout out. What's up? Keep up the good work, thank you. Read the legend back in 1970. Oh, is that the one about the mosquitoes? Interesting stuff. Got me questioning if a giant spider exists. Probably. It's probably that Mobobi Fifi. I can't recall the name, but that's the one that lives somewhere in the Congo. And that would drive me crazy. Seeing something like that. You do not want to come across that. The robots that mapped the alien ship when they got to that planet. Oh, are you talking about the little orbs, the little red orbs? What do you call those, pups? I think he called them as pups, and how they moved about. I think those were it. Yeah, they might have been referring to. All right, everyone. Let me just give it one more minute. If I John saw a giant snake, dying fear. Snakes wouldn't bother me so much. I came across a giant snake and anaconda there in WizardCon. It was pretty neat. You could take pictures with it too, and it was pretty cool seeing it. What does freak me out are those giant scorpions and those centipedes. I saw one of those centipedes there in one of my apartments one time. It had gone in either from outside or somewhere, and it was just ugh. I had to put it into a plastic bag, take it outside, and then beat it. Like, in other words, beat it to death with a rock because I couldn't let it go back in because it was my cat was out trying to attack it at the same time. And of course, those things are poisonous, and I couldn't let that happen to my cat. So I saw an anaconda overseas. It was huge. Sure, they can be. Yep, yep. All right, everyone. I'm gonna peace out now. Thank you, everyone, for joining me on this special Q&A. I hope you like the lights over here. They could look kind of cool, right? Highly recommend it if you have a chance. So to get one of these, pretty cheap too, less than $10. They'll change your room, light them up, and so on. So interesting stuff. All right, rapid fire stuff. Thank you for taking time for this Q&A. Think of the cool work. Thank you. Appreciate it. Thank you so much. Cute little emoticons. Have you ever been genuinely frightened? Yes, at the warehouse. That's where I was really, really frightened. I went in, got out. That's how bad it was. I've seen those centipedes. Oh, those are horrible. Good night, peace. Thank you so much. Good night, good night. Talk to y'all later, everyone. Take care. Bye.